Hey everyone, welcome back. It is Drew, and this time for something a little different. We have finally our box of Sorcery the Contested Realm Arthurian Legends unboxing or unpacking. So, if you don't know anything about Sorcery, it is a very old school uh, feel type of card game, collectible card game that came out last year. And their whole thing is they're more, I'm not going to say more of a casual play, but they take things at a slower pace. So this is their second release. I'm very excited. I love this game. I played it at Gen Con. I had an absolute blast playing both in the draft and the constructed tournament. And yeah, I mean, I love the game so much that I wish. My only thing is like, yes, I really like One Piece right now too. But I like more that it's really accessible and it's very easy to get games in. If this had a half of what uh, One Piece had as far as having a really local community that I didn't have to travel far to and had multiple games a weekend, I honestly would probably play this game nonstop. Uh, it is a game that requires, or rather not that requires, but it's a game that kind of rewards different type of thinking in gaming, and I really like it. And look how beautiful this second box is. So the first beta set, I got two boxes. Well, I guess three boxes total. I have two boxes, and so far we're only going to unbox one. And yes, I got it this week, and I should be packing my bags, going on my trip, coming in 2 or 3 days. But instead, I could not hold. I need to pop one of these boxes right away. I know a couple of other guys in the group also picked up a couple of boxes, and we are just excited to play this. We saw this preview box at Gen Con, and it is extremely beautiful. But I did not want to spoil anything for myself. I didn't see any unboxing videos. So we're just gonna, just like last time, we're just gonna jump into it. So last time we actually had, I think the Carol picked up a box that he did on stream and he unboxed. He'll probably unstream on his unbox on his own stream. We had Hodge who unboxed on his stream. He got a very rare Curios, and I myself on my first box got a Curios as well. So far the group's winning as far as hitting Curios. This is a smaller set, so far they want to stick. Geez, look at that gold shine. They want to stick to smaller set or not infrequent, but like a low release schedule, so people have time to actually collect and admire the cards, and the meta doesn't get too crazy with a new release every couple of months. This is a smaller release than their initial. I think the first set, beta set, alpha beta, had around 356, 359 cards. So extremely healthy pool of cards to pick from. I think this might be a little less than that, or about a third less. So I want to say it's around like 200 or so cards. Don't quote me on that. I didn't look it up. As always, and you can see they have a box topper. So let's see what's here. It looks like, I'm not sure if they have anything unique in these. I know in the beta set we had a sorcerer that was foil. Alright, so let's see, of course, their very famous quarter-inch or quarter-sized cards. As you can really see I came straight out of work, and then, so you can see the foot soldier. Hopefully, will that zoom in too much? They're really small. And they are double-sided. So foot soldiers, they have tokens for, and these are the tokens. So you get a couple of these. You have stealth for cards that have stealth, which means they can't be targeted. And these are double-sided with lance. So this is a new mechanic, which gives you a bonus, but once you use the lance, it gets destroyed and you lose the lance. Looks like we have a couple avatars. I should probably move this box a bit. Let's get this here for now. There we go. Templar, a druid, Brune, a tawny, and then they have new artwork. We're get it right. We got new artwork for the Rubble. And it has a rules explanation card, and this time their artist card, which is great because even in the first one they gave you the name of all the artists, is actually foil with the Holy Grail on the back. That's a nice little touch that they did. I like that they shout out their artists. At Gen Con, our group met Melissa Benson, which did a lot of art, and I believe she did King Arthur in this set. So she did signings. Alright, so let's do 6-pack at a time of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Picked one too many. So 24 packs. We're gonna try to rifle through them at a decent pace. It might take a bit. I have not spoiled myself to any of the cards except like what was spoiled officially that I've seen at shows myself. And let's see. Unlike the One Piece, they don't have the little scrap thing on top to break them off. I said I'm unsure what I should be expecting. I know that this time I know there are curios, but let's see. So we got our exceptional cards, which happen to be in the front. Artwork, so of course Arthurian Legends is more themed towards, well, you guessed it, legends of that era. So, okay, we got an exceptional. Blue cap knockers. Here are some gnomes. Fairies, but they look like gnomes to me. That's our second uncommon, which is exceptional. And, oh, I guess we got a land for Fields of, oh, I gotta go this way. Fields of Kalman, a unique site. So we hit one of our first uniques. Actually, I gotta read this real quick. Right quick. Fields of Kalman, a unique site where fates are sealed. Genesis, each player chooses one of their minions, kill the rest. Wow. And actually, now that I actually get a good look at this, that is, as always, the artwork on some of these. So it's a huge battlefield where almost everything's dying except the two combatants. So that's our first unique. I forget if the unique, how many uniques we get in a box, but and then we're going to rifle through these ordinaries. Like I said, I've not seen any of these cards. And so this is the first time I've seen them. You got your land. Ordinary. Do you see anything that's not out of the ordinary? Ominous Owl. Pretty cool. Thankless Squire. Okay, so that's a little bit different. So in this set, I believed in beta it was the 3 exceptionals, a rare, ordinaries, and then all the way at the back you had a chance to pull either a basic land or a avatar, a common avatar, with of course a curio kind of landing in between those two. We're gonna restore some of these. Let's get a little bit of order in here. Alright, pack 2. So we got a unique, our first unique, which is essentially a very rare. If you're not very accustomed or you are not very familiar with sorcery, uniques are essentially, they're very rare. Okay, so we got an uncommon land, a troll bridge. I said artwork is insane. We got, okay, there we go. I forget things are mirrored. We got a cat. Pigs asunder. A Sir Kay as a unique. So let's get a good look at that. So of course there are a lot of knights. Actually, you know what? Let me make some little operational adjustment here. Let me move this here. There we go. A little bit better. So apparently there are a lot of uniques in this set, but they're not true uniques. They're more that of a balance thing. Since in sorcery, uncommons or ordinary cards go to 4. Exceptional cards go to 3 as your uncommons. Your elites, which are your rares, are a max of 2 per deck. and your uniques are a max of 1 per deck, which is kind of like a weird balancing act, but also very cool because very strong cards, you know you're only going to see them essentially once per deck, unless you have something that gives you a, there's a village, gives you some sort of bonus that replicates, because there are certain cards that do that. Let's go Duel, Red Beast Robin, Wait the Squire, Saracen Scout, a Bonfire. Oh, so an ordinary sight of humanity restored. Oh, it's really cool. It reminds me of the Elden Ring when you're trying to rest before you get killed for the 300th time or more. And a blacksmith family. Oh, cool. So all the families look like they provide a threshold for you. Let's pop that in there. Alright. Like I said, maybe I should have looked up some of the cards, but this is how it was on the first box last time, where... Alright, we're going to pull out the hobby knife on these. Where we, our first box took like quite some time, although that was originally 36 packs, and this is only 24, so hopefully I'm not going to take a crazy amount of time on them. But man, some of this, I'm telling you, the artwork is, like I said, very old school, very different type of style. The Purple Knight, of course, my favorite. An elite site, so a rare site. Oh wow, okay, cool. So I guess the foils are now essentially in reverse, which we'll tell that. Let's look at this site. Varmint Warrens. Beasts can't be targeted by enemies. It's a nerf site. And then, of course, we have a varmint to go there. Since we got our first foil hit. And I'll tell you right now what I love about the foils of Sorcery if you're not very familiar with it. One, at the spot foiling, always on point, but also the full art on the back really, for me personally, is like what makes it like great. Some of the foilings on some of these cards are, I wish more cards did, or more card companies did. We've got the high sprites, which kind of creepy looking, to be honest. Tactical move. A hovel, I think. We will Hamlet. Tax collector, boo. Wall of brambles. Band of thieves. A bog. Which one? Alright, let's get some of this in there. Just a rock. The most ordinary relic you've ever seen. I'm 100% going to have to go through all of these cards, which is I'm not trying to take them too out of order. Because if I hit into any curios mistakenly, I'm going to have to dig through my whole box again. So, if you know anything about Sorcery, is that they've put a lot of hidden art cards in there. And people have to hunt them down. So some are extremely obvious and some not so much. Degradation. Oof. So there are a lot of adult themes in Sorcery, or adult kind of like artwork. Wow, a Fomorian. That's been a while since I've even seen those. Shapeshift. Lumbering Giant, so not a foil. A Pond. Power of Flight. A Sly Fox. Even some of the straight animals that they have in Sorcery are very cool looking. Harassing Ruffians. Another Thankless Squire. Some Vikings. Arc Lightning. A Lookout. And Fisherman's Family. Like I said, it's very reminiscent of very old school TCGs. And that is what drew me to the game, and that is what's keeping me in the game. And then the gameplay is a bonus. Really into it. I know there've been some site rules revisions where they pumped up the minimum deck size in order to kind of slow down some decks, which I think is fine. It adds something very different to the game. And mind you, there's still a lot of variations of things. So, Snowball. Okay. Animal Fair. Or Annual Fair. Let's highlight some of that. This had cool artwork. Banishment. A Midsummer Night's Dream. A unique, so a very rare. And let's put that. I'm very into sleeving up the uniques and the foils. So I would pause every now and then to do that. Rescue. Shelly Coat. Joust. A Hunter's Lodge. Keening Banshee. Lake Omnis Owl. Field Laborers. Tap, gain 2 this turn. Wow, nice. So a little ramp from Earth. Wow, an Aura of Ordinary Arson. Hamlet's Ablaze. That's some pretty sweet art. Who's this artist? Juicy Plicus. Or Jussie. That's pretty cool. Like I said, artwork. I'm not trying to stop on too many cards. Well, I mean, it's the main word try. Right, but there's just some stuff that is too cool to just pass up, as if it's, especially since I've not seen any of these cards yet, or maybe I've seen a whole 10 cards spoiled. I am very in awe. Alright, 6-pack, let's go. We're a quarter of the way there. It's a shame I won't be able to play with these cards for almost a month, mainly because I will be on my trip for over 2 weeks to Korea, and so that's most of October. More Fomorians. Fire Breathing. A Golden Harp. And oh, there we go. Common Fern Wife. It's strangely creepy and cool looking. So a common foil. So any card could get the foil treatment. And that is our second foil. So a couple of brown bears. Yes, there are some animal tribe decks that you could do, or start to build up towards. Charge. A Forge. Common Cottagers. Magic Missiles. Sherwood Huntress. A lodge. Oh, a Leyline Henge. Oh, I think that's one of my goals in life, is to visit a ley line in my travels. Burning Hands. And a Shameless Squire. Looks like he's cheating someone out of the joust. Let's get. Here we go. Pack 7. What will we get? We get anything crazy? Who knows? I think so far the artwork looks pretty cool. It is more of the stuff that I'm loving. Like I said, I've not seen what the cards do yet. I don't know what's going to be useful. A Blue Knight. We had the Purple Knight. We got the Blue Knight. Sealy Court. A Benevolent Forum of Fairy Elite. Well, speaking of the Fern Wife, so this is the rare of the pack. Then we got the Plain Wife, Leprechaun, Thieving Magpie, Saracen Scout, a Duel, Squeakers, Grievous Insults, Blacksmith's Family, Village, the Scary Sprites, and the Tactical Move. I think it's great that they're plotting out their move there. One of the things that's very unique to Sorcery, well, not very unique. I mean, there have been games that have utilized this sort of thing. Is where the board is made up. The reason why land is important is because you create the realm, and so whatever land you put on board to gain mana from, you actually create the physical land where your creatures or your monsters kind of go. Let's see this. Tournament grounds. Anyone can cast knights, sirs, or dames on the site and may do so for no threshold. Artwork is insane. And that's an uncommon. Okay, and last uncommon, the Warhorse. Dame Burntmart. Unique. We won't sleeve all the uniques. I think there are more uniques because of more of character balance. So we're going to not sleeve the Knight uniques. Castle Servants for water, I think that's the sign, or air. Tax Collector again. Wall of Brambles. Band of Thieves. Swindler Troop. Lumbering Giant. A Bog. Just a Rock. They said we may run into a Curo. I guess we'll see if we see something insane. Sometimes the back of cards will be slightly altered, but I'm gonna have to check that up later on tonight or tomorrow if I have time. Very nice. Shatter Strike. Wyvern. Hunting Party. Grand Old Boar. Shelly Coates. Squire. Hunter's Lodge. Charge. Common Cottagers. Field Laborers. Hamlets Ablaze. Helpful Mob. A Joust. A Treetop Hideout. And Keening Banshee. What other games do people have in their site? So this year I started One Piece and, well, technically Sorcery, because I think it was after January where I got the cards. So I started 2 TCGs, and I think for a while I didn't avoid TCGs. It was just nothing really caught my eye, and this year I actually started playing 2 of them, and I don't regret it. Just, when the call comes, the call comes. Alright, so sometimes uncommons are just as rare. So let me throw my cards around. Poisoned Well. Eerie. Cold Iron Rod. Sugar Plum Pixies. This is one of the cards I saw spoiled. Serpelius. That was our rare of the pack. And now Brown Bears, Reckless Squire, Shameless Squire, The Forge, The Finwife, Magic Missiles, Sherwood Huntress, and Leyland Hedge, A Thieving Magpie, A Burning Hands. And like I said, this set's a little smaller, so in theory this should be easier to collect. Of course, minus the uniques and the rares, but we should be able to hit most of those uncommons and commons kind of. Well, hopefully. Sometimes, like I said, some of the uncommons were very hard to get in the first set. Alright, what do we got? Oh, this, don't think we've seen him before. Iron Man Talus. A Funeral Pyre. The White Knight. Now we've got 3 colors so far. A Grim Gooseharm. Goose arm. I'm not really sure how to say that. A duel. Some squeakers. Insult. A village. Saracen scout. Blacksmith's family. The bonfire. Creepy sprites. And attack move. And Robin. And a Hamlet. I know I'm going to get, just like when I talked crap on Grapple Shot, and it's one of the stronger cards from set 1. I believe it's a common. Just didn't like the art of it. Still don't really like the art of it, but those creepy sprites are going to start taking the cake on that one. Castle Haunt. Fine Courser. Briar Patch, and wow, Blundor. Unique Giant rings the dinner bell. Is he foil? No, he's not foil. He almost looked foil for a sec. Alright. Led Astray. Grain Sparrow. A Pond. Harassing Ruffians. Vikings. Arc Lightning. Fisherman's Family. Lookout. Ominous Owl. I think I'm just... It's common. I'm about to put that on the back of my phone to hang out on. Just to really... I love owls, to be honest. I do have a tattoo of an owl on my arm. Not that it's fully visible, but I think that'll be my little mascot. Alright. We've made it to the other side of the box, so we're starting up on pack 13. Is lucky number 13 our pack? Let's see. Stone Rain. Okay, I've not seen that one. Shatter Strike. Arcane Barrage. Okay. Said not sure. I'm not even reading what the abilities of the cards do. I'm only really stopping to read them if the artwork's cool. Which, you know, or exceptionally catches my eye, I should say. That just looks cool, because I do find a lot of this artwork very cool. Minus those sirens. I know I'm going to keep hitting those darn sirens, especially because it looks like they're in that common spot. We're going to see a lot of our creepy friend sirens. Said I'm not sure what the set 1 Philosopher's Stone was one of the best cards. And it's funny because even though it was such a strong card, there are some decks that didn't run it. Essentially being one of the, if you're using Magic kind of terms, one of the moxes of this game. Some Fomorians, Briar Patch, Fire Breathing, Spear Marshal. Very cool. Ooh, Snowball. That is our foil uncommon. Let's look at that. Foiling again. It just starts like an avalanche. Alright, let's go through the commons. Are we going to see any commons that we have not seen before? Maybe not. So I think some of these uncommons are going to be... I remember when Hodge opened up his box, he even had some uncommons I've never seen before. Here we go. Speaking of uncommons we have not seen before. Sisters of Avalon. It sounds like a gothic band or industrial band. The Round Table, nice. Nice, unique. Oh, and we got our Common Cottagers as our foil. I think that's our 3rd or 4th foil. Ordinary, so it's a common. Let's keep with our... I'm still definitely sleeving up my foils. Alright, let's burst through these commons. Magic Missiles, Henge, Thieving Magpie, Burning Hands, this Leprechaun, and Saracen. Look how nice these packs are. Has anyone else started a game? Has anyone else gotten called to play a game? I think my only downfall of this is that, wow, nice, Attack by Night. I wish I could get more games of this more often. But, you know, in time. Blue Knight. Wow, Archmago. So this is one of the rare spots taken up by an avatar. Tap, player draw a sight, banish 3 magic spells in your cemetery, cast a copy of one of them. Oh, that's pretty cool. And you continue. Castle Servants, Bonfire. Those sprites. I know I'm going to get a foil sprites. I can feel it in my bones. So far we have an avatar hit. I think there's only 4 in this set. In the original set, you had the 4 common avatars, and then you had the, I want to say at least 6 to 8 other avatars. I believe the total was somewhere around 12 to 14, including those from Alpha. So the Funeral Pyre, Cast into Exile, Yellow Knight, Sir Primus, Hamlet, Wall of Brambles, Band of Thieves, Sly Fox, Tax Collector, Swindlers, a Lumbering Giant, a Bog, the Power of Flight, Just a Rock, and Led Astray. You know, later on, I'm not sure if it's going to be this week. Like I said, I'm going to be on such a tight schedule. I should be packing my bag, but opening packs is way more important. I'll save my second box for when I get back. But for now, the immediate gratification of opening brand new packs. Since the release date was the 4th and today's the 8th, I didn't get home till today after my order from Game Nerds. Oh, let's not try to skip anything. A town. A site bursting with exceptional talent. Wow. It's like it's just a town. But uncommon town. Castle Haunt. A Master Store Worm. As our rare. Alright, so Pond. Some Sparrows. Ruffians. Squires. Oh. Vikings, oh my. Arc Lightning. Fisherman's Family. They miss him. The Ominous Owl. And Shelly Coat. Alright, we're down to our last 6 packs here. Let's make them count. Is there a curio in one of these? Is there something? You know what? Let's be serious. Is there an obvious curio? Because even last time when I got my curio, I didn't know it was a curio. I thought it was a foil misprint. Only to find out that it was, in fact, a curio. Hodges was kind of simple to spot out because it was an art print curio. So here we go. Impenetrable Cops. So we did not have that before. A Wyvern. Hunting Party. Sir Yvain. I think this is our second one of Sir Yvain. Otherwise we got a unique mortal. Wow, okay. Sir Boris the Younger. So we got a unique foil there. Don't believe we even managed to get him before. Forge, Brown Bears, Squires, Burning Hands, Shameless Squire, a Henge, a Finwife, a Leprechaun, and a Thieving Magpie. I think that's like the 3rd or 4th bird Not being extremely well versed in Arthurian legends, was that a common theme in some of the writing or some of the lore of the time? Red crepe brownies. These guys mean business. Cold iron rod. A pebbled paths. And overbearing bailiff. An elite mortal finally in charge. I love that. Nice. I love that the wording on how they describe their rarity. So, dual. Very cool. Was this the same as the other one? Unsure. I'll have to look at that later. Like I said, sometimes it's just subtle artwork and words, unless it is the same as a regular duel. That may have been our last foil of the box. I know that previously, I believe it was 6 or 7 foils, but the boxes were a lot bigger, so I'm unsure if they kept like kind of the same scheme on that. It is 15 cards, but since there are no mandatory lands in each pack, I wonder how that breakdown goes. I'm going to have to look that up afterwards. Sugar Plum Fairies, Iron Man Talus, Sword and Shield, and Sir Ironside. Those sprites. Oh, those sprites. How they love to show up. Sly Fox, Tax Collector, Lumbering Giant, Power of Flight, Just a Rock. Alright, we're down to our final 3 packs. We make or break on these. No, I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure maybe we, like I said, I didn't look up any price guides. I didn't look up what the major pools were for this set. Maybe I pulled great, or maybe I pulled utter trash. We're unsure right now. The White Knight. We've hit full circle, I think. A beacon. Let's get a little. I'm telling you, some of the lands in the really out there. Alright. Tooth Fairies. I've seen Hellboy. I know what happens. Valley of Delight. Let's get that also really in there. Go to Stray. Swindlers. Nobody likes them. A Grain Sparrow. There we go. The Rescue. Shelly Coates. Thankless Squire. Like, you'll definitely see a lot of the commons, but the uncommons are almost as rare as rares, or uniques, or elites. So far, it looks like. Alright, second to last pack. Oh, a Bailey. Knighthood. A Fey City. Invasion for a rare. Followed by Vikings. Oh, let's go. Arc Lightning. A Joust. Lake Aft. Omnis Owl. The owl would be great foil, please. Last pack on the last pack. That would be just amazing. Alright, we're on the last pack, guys. Guys and gals, can we get little last pack magic, as they say? Can we go on vacation for 2-ish weeks with a small interface. Although, like I said, we could have pulled crazy good, and I still wouldn't know because I didn't look up the I didn't look up the price guide. Here we go. Frisky Red School. We started with like 4 of them. Whirlwind, Lava Flow, which 3 uncommons we didn't get before. Castles Ablaze. Nice. So an elite that we didn't have before. All right. So we did not get the foil. So we did go through our foils. Are we gonna get more sprites? The Finn wife. We do like her. Burning Hands and Leyline Henge. Alright, that was all 24 packs. Obviously a little quicker than usual. Like I said, we got one of the avatars, and now we just have to figure out where we are on this. We got some pretty cool foils, including one unique, I believe. Let me just go through them quick. If I can get through them quick, or I can find all of them real quick, or just not drop my cards everywhere. So we have 4 so far. We have 5, 6. Are we at 6 foils? Okay, so it is, I believe it's 6. As it was last time, it may have been 7. Just double checking. Nope. So we did get 6. I'd have to double check to see if it was 7 on the last box. So we got our mighty Finn wife, our Frisky Squirrel, Common Cottagers, a duel, the Snowball, and Sir Boristan yourself. So obviously I think my biggest of the foils, my favorite one is definitely the duel. Very cool full bleed artwork. And I like how most of the background is foiled out, but the guys themselves not too foiled. So I feel like they stick out more because of that. Alright guys, that is it for me today. Probably not going to release anything till I get back. So there'll be like a long gap, hopefully. I think Jared said he's going to try to release some stuff for you guys. Yes, I'm a hand model now. It's just very articulate. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope may your pools be great and your games be fun. Till then, guys, I'm signing out, and take it easy. Have a good one.